Stynes does well, and the Demons are going to get clear. Ball up towards Rohde. Whitman a clean pair of heels. He goes across the ground. Not a very long kick. Frawley, he'll take the mark and/or free kick in front of Garry Lyon. That should be one of the key duels of this match this afternoon. Frawley kicks out wide. An opportunity for Damon Shaw, one of the rookies in the Saints lineup this afternoon, and snares the ball right on the boundary line. Good gather, and the pass could have been a lot better. And again, the mark should have been taken by Bingham. Stynes.
That was a sitter, wasn't it? Dropped there by Bingham.
I suppose, as you said, Bernie, you can make excuses under these windy conditions. Grant a little bit slow. Opportunity for Lyon. Hooks the ball back across his body down towards full forward. Grinter, who's been playing a lot on the forward line in recent weeks. Centering kick or a snapshot that went astray. Call it what you will. Winmar, late on the scene, gets ridden into the ground. Ball spills free, close to the line. Bennett. And the ball, I think, has been rushed through for a behind. It has done. And that is the first score of the match. 21 minutes left in the opening term. And a rush behind to open proceedings here at Waverley. Melbourne Weather Bureau today forecasting just about everything except earthquakes, but we saw one shower just before half-time in the reserves, Pete, and, well, so far it looks all right. We'll just keep our fingers crossed. So kick in, up to half-back. Grant goes the spoil. But a mark has been taken by Spud. Frawley just past the 50-metre line.
Danny Frawley, half-forward line, low from the back. Oh, diving attempt. Good mark taken down there for the Saints by a youngster in Damon Shaw. And Shaw out on centre wing, a left footer, chips it across. Now this is Tim Pekin, the former Fitzroy utility player, into half on Jimmy Stynes as he started well. A talented player, Stynes. No wonder he won a Brownlow medal. Running off Lockett is Sean White. That was good play by the fullback. An ordinary kick though, straight over the head of Garry Lyon and straight to Frawley again. Frawley having a great first quarter. Bernie?
Yes, he's doing very nicely on Garry Lyon so far, but Garry Lyon not too happy with that kick into that forward line.
Robert Harvey gets it to Grant. Grant racing away. Oh, high tackle. Umpire calls play on. Devonport, the Winmar. Winmar has the ball smothered. Still going on with it. Tingay did the hard work. On to Glenn Lovett. Now to Obst. The Demons off and running. The short one into Bennett. That's a good mark.
Well, that was terrific stuff, wasn't it, by Glenn Lovett. He initiated that move into the forward line by smothering the kick off the boot of Nicky Winmar.
Kowal on his own. 30 metres from goal. Darren Kowal kicks and goals.
Good stuff by Darren Bennett, Pete, wasn't it? Because you would just about expect Bennett to have a shot from there. He's such a long kick.
Well, unselfish play. 1-1.
Yes,
the Demons, Melbourne yet to score.
Terrific work, wasn't it? As I said, Glenn Lovett initiated that terrific stuff, doing the hard things. It looks terrific, the player there kicking the goal in Kowal, but it all happened back in the middle there with that smother off the boot of Winmar by Glenn Lovett.
So Melbourne getting the first goal on the 7 Sports scoreboard. The last 10 occasions, St Kilda has won 7 of the matches played between these two sides, and they won both encounters last year, here at Waverley by 60 points, and at the MCG later in the season by 15 points. And it's worthy of mention too that the last time St Kilda beat Melbourne at Waverley, or Melbourne beat St Kilda at Waverley, was way back in 1985. Plenty of players around the fall of the ball. By the line, a quick kick, or Whitman, was that a trip or on the shoulder? Could have been both.
It was, I think, Pete, wasn't it? Initially by Lyon, I think the tackle was low.
So Whitman, the former Hawthorn premiership player, from centre half back. Low. Well, he was in front position. There is a whistle on play, and he's going to get the free kick. Pretty well close to centre wing position as we watch it in replay.
It's interfered with. Not a real lot in it, was there, Pete, in the end?
I don't think it was there at all.
And he's got the free kick. Not a great kick off the boot. And then Pluck would have been too happy with that one. Now a chance for Shaw. That's beautifully delivered. So the rookie to the seasoned veteran, Lockett decides to play on, man on his own in the goal square, and that's well played because the mark has been taken by Kane Taylor.
Well, very unselfish play there by Tony Lockett. He was only about 30-35 metres out, but the breeze would have made it difficult, Pete, from that pocket of the ground, kicking at that end, left of screen. But Kane Taylor will be shooting at goal from only 15 to 20 metres out, and this should be a certain goal for the Saints.
Saints' first goal, and the goal umpire moves across, all clear. So So Taylor's first and St Kilda's first at Waverley, thanks to Plugger, who got the assist. It's a point the difference in favour of the Demons.
Well, it's a vital game for both these sides. And really, as we've seen this year, it's been a year where teams can have a run of 2 or 3 wins and get right back on the scene again. And I think we might be looking at the last chance for both of these sides. We see Plugger there, very unselfish play, getting that to Kane Taylor.
So we go back to the centre. That was unselfish play because Lockett is probably the best kick for goal in the competition. So again, the ruckman, Bingham versus Stynes. Here's Tingay onto the left foot. No, he elects to give the hand pass instead. Todd Viney crashes his way through the pack. Racing after it's Matthew Phoebe. Well done. On the road. Peter Rohde sprints in the goal. And Peter Rohde has kicked it. Great play by the Demons coming through the centre. 2-1, plays 1 goal.
One goal on the 7 Sports scoreboard at Waverley. Stynes to Tingay, 1 and 2 combining. Tingay a little bit slow to get rid of the pill. Todd Viney, good hip and shoulder. And going into Lind assistance, Tim Pekin, number 41, but it's going to be a bounce. Just on Melbourne's attacking side of the centre circle. Stynes looking for the free kick, but it's Obst, who fisted well downfield. Lyon overruns the ball. Kowal had it and then lost it. A quick pick up by Dean Rice. Ball comes back. Awkward one. A bounce. Finally fisted away. Stynes doesn't get a good bounce either. Bingham dives on it and hauls the ball in. That's holding the ball.
Well, the wind's playing havoc with the ball too, Bernie.
Conditions very difficult, Peter. I see the flags over on the outer grandstand. They're just blowing almost vertically across there.
Hopgood kicks down towards Bennett, who's got it. Gee, that's just about a scoop. Kowal, he's taken well down by Grant. That's holding the ball, and Grant will take the free kick in the right back pocket.
Two great tackles, though, by David Grant in the last couple of minutes.
Why did Melbourne kick it out there to the boundary line then, Bernie? Unbelievable. More direct's the way to go.
Yes, that's a fair comment, Pete. Anyway, we're on to the half-back line.
Well, I mean, Pete, they had the ball round halfway between the centre of the ground, centre-half forward. The ball ended up on the boundary line on the half-forward flank. I can't see any value in that.
So boundary throw in 70 metres from Melbourne's goal. At the first time play's been on the grandstand side. Frawley taps it down. Lyon fires out the hand pass. Tingay doing well early. On to Glenn Lovett. Glenn Lovett from right half forward. Centering kick up to Bennett. Yes, he's got the mark.
Yeah, great effort by Darren Bennett.
A more than useful fill-in for Alan Jakovich, a man who can kick the ball country mile.
Well, he's been in the wilderness a bit, hasn't he, Darren Bennett, since Jakovich came on the scene, because, well, Bennett's only a specialist full forward. He was tried in other positions and never really succeeded.
True.
And he was a leading goal kicker in 89 and 90. And he has kicked 215 goals in 77 games, Pete, so that's not too bad, really. That's a reasonable average.
Pretty handy replacement.
It's a good follow-through on the kick. Boot usually finishes up well above his head when he kicks at goal. The accuracy, I don't think, was there, though. So he's kicked only one behind Darren Bennett. But, of course, he had a hand in the previous goal, or the first goal, kicked by Darren Kowal. So 2-2 to 1 goal.
Darren Bennett, a former West Coast Eagle. And when he left the Eagles, I think they felt that his knee wouldn't stand up to AFL football. And Jamie Shanahan to the half-back line. Pekin in the centre of the pack. That's Lyon receiving the ball from Hopgood, and eventually the kick from Lyon finds Todd Viney. Now Viney, a real goer, brings it in towards full forward. Here's a chance. Bennett pushing and shoving with Shanahan. Rohde and Harvey, a hand pass to Rice. Rice can't get clear. Now Kowal, he's very quick. Kowal, oh, he's brought down just as he went to kick it. Glenn Lovett working hard. They're still trying to get it out of defence. Harvey goes to ground. Umpire calls play on. And it'll be a bounce in the Melbourne goal square. What do you think there, Bernie?
Well, I thought he did have possession of it there, Robert Harvey, and let it go when he was tackled.
So it's a bounce.
So let's have a look at that again.
Taken high.
Yeah, did he have it, or was
Maybe
he?
It was knocked out of his position there when he was tackled.
Well, still Melbourne with a chance here in front of goal, but it's forced over the line by Nathan Burke. So it'll be a throw-in right deep in the forward pocket for the Demons. They lead by 8 points.
6 plays 14. 14 minutes left in the first quarter. Bennett taps down, not really to the advantage of his side. Winmar off the ground, picked up by Harvey.
Free kick.
Free kick was paid, and it is being brought back. It's going to be taken by Whitman in the right back pocket. Hugs the boundary line with the kick. In fact, gee, that nearly went out of bounds on the full. Such is the strength of the breeze here this afternoon. The players are going to have to watch that if that tactic's employed. So boundary throw in. Bingham and Stynes. Bingham, much improved player against the Brownlow medalist. Need to be in his mettle too. Down for Melbourne by Hopgood. No mark taken. Winmar right on the boundary. A defensive role for him in the first quarter. This is the newcomer, Damon Shaw. Shaw from right centre wing looks for Stewie Lowe. That's a great mark.
He's been good so far, Shaw, hasn't he? He's been in everything on that half-forward flank.
But he shows a bit of class, doesn't he?
He certainly does.
Lowe from right centre wing. No mark taken down there. Flipped back by Lovell. Stephen Phoebe. And Shaw tracks the ball over the boundary line with him.
I would think today, Peter, to kick goals from that pocket will be virtually impossible down at the main scoreboard end.
Unless the wind changes, which was forecast. So same two ruckmen. Stynes and Bingham. Bingham wins this one. Out the back. Neitz was there. Stynes lopes after it again. Plenty of Melbourne jumpers. Gives away the hand pass. And the Demons go forward again. Good block by Norrish towards half forward. No mark taken. There is a free kick though. It's going the Demons' way. What was that for?
Against Whitman in the back there, Peter. The umpire saw it.
That was Kowal who kicked it down. Now it's Grant. And Grant, well, that's the pressure put on by Peter Rohde. Forced that error. And it'll be a kick out there to Grinter at half forward. Rodney Grinter.
Well, players in that situation, Peter, we see it a lot where they just kick the ball straight into the ground. And that was a situation where David Grant should have done exactly that.
Well, here's Bennett. He's underneath it. Oh, chance here for Obst. He's got it. Kicks it. Oh, good goal to Andrew Obst. Pressure goal. Well, we come to expect that from Obst. He's a goer. 3-2 Melbourne. St Kilda 1 goal.
Yeah, he sure is. He's been a great player, hasn't he, Andrew Obst? A very hard player at the ball. Recruited in 1987, picked up in the national draft in that year. There was a tackle by Shanahan. A very severe tackle. All Andrew Obst could do was throw it onto his boot. Unfortunately, he went through the goals.
So back to the centre, 20 plays 6 in favour of the Demons. Good start by them, but of course it's probably a 3 or 4 goal breeze here this afternoon. Tingay centre half forward, good shepherd by Lyon. Long kick from him. And that's not bad, it's there. What a beauty. But Tingay floating it through on the breeze. Shall we say Gale, 4-2 to 1 goal.
Well, Melbourne doing particularly well around midfield, winning the initial centre break. Here we see some good work from Peter Rohde, Obst initially, and also Todd Viney's been doing well in the middle. And as we said, the breeze favouring right of screen.
Well, it definitely floated a long way with the breeze. On the left foot, that was a great kick. Stephen Tingay's had a good season. So a handy little break this the Demons, even though they're kicking with the breeze. You've got to put it on the board. There's Rohde. Oh, they're away again. Todd Viney. Oh, Glenn Lovett a fumble, but Viney goes into lend a hand. On the left foot, a one-on-one contest. Over the back is Grinter. It clears the head of Grinter and his opponent there for St Kilda in young Chris Hollow.
Actually, around midfield, they have some very tough, hard at the ball players, haven't they, with Obst and Todd Viney, Glenn Lovett.
Yep. Some
very good midfielders.
So forward pocket for Melbourne. And they score another one. Garry Lyon a kick. Yes! Another one of the Demons. Well, terrific start to Melbourne. And on the 7 Sports scoreboard, Melbourne 5-2 leads St Kilda 1 goal straight.
Now let's look at that again. I think that went through the legs of Nathan Burke there.
You're quite right. In fact, I thought it might have been touched.
That's what I was thinking initially too, Pete. But Garry Lyon, terrific work. Read the ruck play there magnificently. And of course, we know what a good player Garry Lyon is. If he gets a few chances, look out.
So the Demons all fired up, 5-2 to 1 goal. Saints fans a little quiet at the moment, but let's remember Melbourne is going with this pretty stiff breeze. Hasn't been on St Kilda's forward line too much though. Harvey twisting and turning, a lovely smother by Obst. Harvey gets a second chance at it. Not a good kick off the boot. Stynes flips it back. Burke, Viney, Tingay, who kicked a nice long goal. Stephen Phoebe at right centre wing, gets away the hand pass, then applies a good shepherd. Viney, 55-metre kick inside 50. A strong mark taken down there in defence by Dean Rice. Could have given it to Taylor. Goes up to Winmar, who seems to be playing a loose man in defence, R.R. Dougie Hawkins at the moment. Kicks to midfield. Stynes late on the scene, collides with Bingham. No mark or free kick paid there. Matthew Phoebe, good tackle Devonport. Ball spills free. Tapped out to Pekin, but there is a whistle. And it's going to be a free kick to Matthew Phoebe, I think. Yes, it is. Which he will take at centre half back. Well, the Demons have got the score on the board with this breeze. They're doing well. St Kilda not crossing the half forward line too much. Rob Grinter takes the safe mark. In front of Hovo. High kick. Where's Bennett? Big fly. Shanahan at the back. Kane Taylor will do the tidying up work for the Saints. Goes defensively towards the outer side. He's got Winmar out there. Doesn't let him down. Takes the mark in front of Norrish. Dean Rice. Obst in pursuit. Oh, again, a poor delivery off the boot. Fode gets cannoned into. Quick kick. And good mark. Taken down there by Lowe. Maybe too far out to score with this breeze. Certainly a tricky kick, as you mentioned earlier, Bernie.
Well, he will be kicking from about 45 metres. I think the distance will certainly test him. Now, the breeze could take this anywhere.
Well, the players are expecting it to drop in short, but the way they're hanging around the goal square there.
Badly needed one for St Kilda if he can get it. Stewie Lowe. Kick number 3. Gets the distance. It comes back, floats. And one behind.
Oh, that was a tough kick.
It was a good kick, actually, from Stewie Lowe. Just at the end, the breeze really took it away.
1-1 to 5-2.
Well, you can see by the kicking that it's definitely right of screen. Melbourne kicking with the breeze. Andy Lovell. Bring the ball back into play. Stynes is hovering around centre half back. Now the kick to the half back line. Andrew Obst races after it with Dean Rice. Still Rice, and he taps it over the line. Half forward for the Saints. Important game for both clubs. They're languishing at the moment. Down towards the bottom. Dean Rice has had 5 kicks so far. And the loser of this would find it very difficult to participate in the finals this year. There's a holding decision on Craig Devonport. He's way out at half forward on the boundary line. Now the lead was on by Lowe. He's looking for Lockett. Tony Lockett punched away by White. He's got a big leap, Sean White. There's Phoebe. Now holding decision here. No, it isn't. It'll be a bounce. St Kilda player Shaw was appealing for it. The umpire will bounce. 45 metres out from the St Kilda goal.
8 minutes left in the quarter. Let's start by the Demons. After going down to the Sydney Swans last week, Devonport. Shorter haircut. White does well on Lockett. I think he'd be content to see the ball go through. It goes out of bounds anyway, right next to the behind post. So a throw it in St Kilda's left forward pocket. Not much action down there so far. Lowe in front. Tries to take a possession. Couldn't do so. Hopgood. Quick hand pass. Tingay. And he knocks it out of bounds. And it'll be thrown in right on the 50-metre line. Left half forward flank for St Kilda. Same two ruckman. Harvey. Tackled by Viney without the headband today. And another throw up. A bounce down. 1-1 to 5-2. Bingham and Stynes. Not a good bounce. And the Demons are able to clear the ball towards centre wing. Free kick. Garry Lyon will take it.
But unfortunately for Danny Frawley, he's working pretty well, egging back.
Winmar, the high flyer. Shanahan. does well across the ground. Long clearing kick to the outer side, the defensive side of Waverley this afternoon. Norrish and Devonport. Norrish, recruit from Claremont, does well. 1 foot from the boundary line. Pekin up high, got 2 hands to it, couldn't take it. Kowal dragged down by Kane Taylor. Ball flipped out the front. Winmar, good tackle applied by Obst. He breaks that. Chain of hand passes. Now comes back to Winmar from Pekin, and he goes towards right half forward flank.
Low with strength. Up he goes. Stewie Lowe trying to get it back to Lockett. Lockett and Sean White. Lockett, well done by White. Trying to sock it away was Lockett, and then eventually Jimmy Stynes takes it through for a behind, but Sean White jumping pretty high, Bernie, and getting that fist of the ball.
He's a very hard opponent, Sean White, with his athleticism, Peter, because he just gets there, gets a fist there. I think he'll be a very tough opponent today for big Tony Lockett.
4 goals the margin as Andy Lovell brings it to half-back. He's looking for Stynes, is it, or Neitz? It's Neitz. And the umpire's paid either, did he pay the mark of the 3? I think the 3 for a push. David Neitz, promising young player. To centre wing, Peter Rohde and David Grant. He used his body beautifully, Rohde, and that's the way to go. Direct long kick down towards Bennett. Bennett and Shanahan. Bennett taps it down. Kowal with pace. Breaks the tackle. Darren Kowal, an open goal. Stabs it through. Tremendous football by Kowal.
His second goal. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. 30 points the difference here at Waverley now. So the Saints with some work to do if they're to get themselves back into this match. Viney, Stephen Phoebe, good hand pass. Well, the Demons coming again. Kicked up towards half forward. St Kilda had the numbers at the fore of the ball, and as I said earlier, Winmar doesn't seem to have an opponent playing a loose man across the half-back line. Not a long kick. Bingham claims the mark over the top of Andrew Obst and will be paid it. Winmar, interesting to see where he plays in the second quarter. Low, late on the scene, can't take the mark. Ball shuffled over the boundary line by David Neitz, and we'll see a throw-in right in the middle of the interchange area on centre wing.
He used his body well then, Bernie, to get in front. Neitz
Showed a bit of pace, didn't he, Peter? Still only 18 years of age.
Bingham in front. Harvey missed it. Glenn Lovett might have been taken high. Stynes likewise. Umpires letting it go. Good umpiring. Whitman had a chance. Could have been a push in the back too. Finally it's Burke. Good hand pass. Looks for Winmar. Finds him close to the boundary line. Hopgood's just about got him. Winmar brushes another tackle. Excellently done. Finds out the hand pass. Harvey inside 50. Goes for goal. The Saints need one here. But the wind drifting it away and only one behind. So Robert Harvey, his first score of the afternoon. And St Kilda's 4th. They're 1-3 and they trail Melbourne 6-2.
Well, you can see the strength of the wind then, Bernie, left to right.
Yes,
very
it's
much
very
so.
tough to kick goals at that end, I think, Peter.
So Andy Lovell again kicking in. He's looking out there for Stynes. Gee, Stynes is playing well again. On the left foot. Look at that kick. Terrific skills by the Irishman.
8 possessions, Pete.
Well, he's a champion. There's no doubt about that. Lyon to half forward. Bennett again underneath. There's one fault with Melbourne at the moment. No one roving at the back of the pack. As it's taken away for St Kilda to centre wing, and it's a mark. And in fact, it was a push out. The free kick to go down there to Damon Shaw is showing a fair bit of talent. Now, Lowe versus Neitz. Big Stewie Lowe can't pick it up. Still going on with it. Well played by the big man, but he loses it to Brett Lovett, who takes it over the line at half forward for the Saints.
Close to quarter time, under 3 minutes left. Been a great term by Melbourne so far. Low, off balance. Shaw again applying the tackle on Phoebe. That's Matthew Phoebe. Very hard to pick those two boys. They changed jumpers. I don't think too many people would pick it up. Oh, it's a wrestle at the throw-in. Stephen had it. Couldn't get a possession. Burke claiming a free kick. Devonport comes out with the football, but it's going to be a bounce at St Kilda's left half forward flank. As the clock ticks down to quarter time, just on 2 minutes now left in the term. Neitz taps it wide. Harvey. Good kick under the conditions in towards the forward pocket. I think there might even be a mark down there, is there? Yes, it is. Andy Lovett has taken it. He's been doing most of the kicking out this quarter. So Lovett, he'll have to come up this side of the ground. Foad, not giving him much room to kick. Pekin. Fisted clear. Phoebe will get a free kick. That's Matthew Phoebe. So the Demons running well. Obst. Hand pass. Viney with headband. Down to half forward. And good mark taken by Kowal, who Peter's been very useful close to goal.
Yes, he's very, very quick, Darren Kowal. He tried to get it across to Tingay then. And well, didn't come off. Probably the long kick would have been better.
Well, it was there, Peter, if he had a kick precisely.
Yeah, kicked it over his head.
Yeah.
40 metres from the Melbourne goal. Gee, the last thing that the Saints would want would be a goal here to Melbourne, getting close to quarter time. Garry, Lyon, a 30-metre punch. Shanahan again in front of Bennett. Quick kick towards the half-back line. Players race after it. Pekin is there. Oh, it's still a chance for Glenn Lovett on the boundary line. Keeps it in. Now it's over. Oh, I thought they went over. Here's Todd Viney to Kowal. Look at the paces. He breaks away. In towards Bennett, who flicks it over the back. Chance here for Norrish. Now Grinter. Grinter on the left foot. Kicks. Rodney Grinter has goal.
He's in a bit of form in that opening term. They've raced away from St Kilda. It's 7-2 to 1-3. It's 44-9. We go back to Waverley Park for highlights of the last three terms.
Of course, if the rain comes, that lead that Melbourne enjoys at the moment will sort of look like marathon proportions, won't it? Now Lowe next late on the scene. Lowe gets his kick in. Won't be a score. Oh, excellent mark taken by Pekin, 15 metres from goal. With the breeze, should get one from there surely. What's he done with it? Looks okay. It is. Pekin's first.
Tony Lockett. I'm sure he'll open up. Yes, there he goes. Opens up the goals. Belts it a goal, the big fella. And I think he's goal all right. He's Hopgood to centre wing. Look at Stynes covering territory. He is a fantastic footballer, Jimmy Stynes. On to Phoebe. This is Matthew Phoebe on the left foot. In towards full forward. Bennett couldn't hold it. Kowal was grabbed. Oh, should have been a free kick to Kowal. Chance for Grinter. Grinter going on with it. Quick hand pass. A goal coming up to Obst. Great play by Grinter.
The Saints will come away. Dean Gregg at right centre wing. The open forward line for St Kilda gives Lockett a chance, and that's a great mark taken by the champ. Long hand pass. Back to Gregg it comes right on 50. Looking for options. Goes in short. Didn't have a shot at goal. Winmar's there. Can't take it. Obst did well. Winmar, can he get around? Ducks the head. Fires out the hand pass. Nathan Burke has kicked a goal. He's done well. David Neitz onto Matthew Phoebe. Down to half forward. Cuthbertson, Rohde. You have to get rid of that quickly. Whitman tackles him effectively. Hollow, a little bit too slow. Obst went off the ground. Now chance for a Melbourne goal. Oh, good tackle. Effected by Shanahan.
Free kick.
Oh, gee, under these conditions, Bernie, is that hard? Cuthbertson has the free kick for his first goal. And gets it.
Well, he might run out and snap this in, although the Melbourne players standing there waiting for that.
A Darren Jarman kick here.
There he goes. And it's like the Darren Jarman one, and I think he's kicked it. He's a great kick. Goal.
Stynes again out of the centre. You can't give starts. Rohde to Tingay was good football. Tingay, very consistent performer again this afternoon for the Demons. Kowal just couldn't get up. Tingay again. Back to Garry Lyon. That'll be a goal! Yes! What a beauty! Good tackle applied by Anderson.
Oh, look at Neitz again.
Yes, good hand pass. Tingay onto Lovett. Lyon. Obst. Back to Glenn Lovett. Goes long. Torpedo punt kick. That's not a bad sort of a roost. Oh, he's put it through. Sensational kick. Ball bounces at centre half forward. Phoebe, that's Matthew Phoebe it was. And Rod Grinter leads out to take the mark. Kicked 2 goals today, Rod Grinter. And one of them at the other end. That's a play on call from the umpire. He has to go now long. And Stynes, oh, easy as you like. Ken Sheldon won't like that goal.
No, and Kenny won't like the result either, and neither will the Saint fans. They were thrashed today by Melbourne in the end, doubling their score, the D's, at 14-8 to 6-10. Over 23,000 people there. Viney with the suspected broken nose, and Lyon got a couple along with a number of other Melbourne players, and Lockett just the 1 goal. So bad story there for St Kilda. They look as if they're out of business for season 93. Melbourne with a glimmer of hope.